Hey everyone, I haven't jumped on here in a while, but I just figured since we're week two, well, at least for us, we're in week two of homeschooling, adjusting to this quarantine lifestyle, the social distancing, the how our day-to-day lives are different, how I've only left the house once in the last week and a half, and that was just to get groceries. And then I shouldn't have even I haven't looked at the news all day today. And it really helped me get through my day. But then I just jumped on to look at our local news right before this video, and I saw that there's two more people in my county and another person in my town, which is probably a family a dad of a family that goes to my kid's school that just has a positive case. So I'm wearing my peace t-shirt or sweatshirt because I know that all of us are feeling the stress of the unknown, and it's crazy historic times we're living in, but we will get through this. And today, I want to talk about one practical way to get through it. And since right now we're really only leaving our house to get groceries or other essentials or takeout food, luckily my husband can work from home, and I obviously already work from home. And I've been using the Walmart grocery pickup service for a long time, since they started in my store in Geneseo, New York. But it's been awfully confusing lately. And so I really want feedback from any of you that use the grocery Walmart pickup service. I don't care what store you use. I don't care if you're in California or if you're in Florida or if you're in New York and you're up in Henrietta. Just tell me your experience, because I'm getting a lot of different answers and a lot of different information about what's going on with the service right now. See, in my opinion, I feel like using the Walmart grocery service is genius right now, because you don't have to go into the store. You don't have to touch the germy carts. They've made it now so that when you do pick up groceries, you don't even have to touch the sign pad. When we picked ours up Saturday, she's like, I'm just going to sign for you. Is that okay? And we're like, yeah, that's okay. And that's brilliant. And they put everything in our trunk for us, and then we go on our merry way. So my parents, who are getting older in age and do have some underlying health issues, are definitely more at risk when it comes to COVID-19. So I've been trying to help them out of different strategies and ways for them just to get through day to day, even though they're cramped up in their apartment. But I'm like, Dad, stop going to Wegmans, stop going in the store at Walmart. In fact, it was reported over the weekend that someone was in Wegmans between a certain time, and they said if you were in the store at that time, call the the health officials of our county and tell them you were in the store and they want to keep their eye on you. So it's like, it's here. So I'm telling my dad, okay, you have to start using grocery pickup. You have to. And it's the safest way to get your stuff right now. And I know that shelves are still bare, and I know that if you're on the app, there's a whole lot of things that say out of order, but it's the safest way to get your stuff. So when my dad, he was proud of himself because he put in his first official order and picked it up. But the first couple times he was trying to get his order put in, it kept saying that there was no dates available for pickup. I had another friend a few days before that said she tried to put in her order, and it said, I have to wait a week to get my groceries? Why is it saying I have to wait 7 days? And then I remember one day when I tried to fill it out, I don't think I was ready to pick it up yet, but then I was like, wait, but there's 2 slots available for me. So then I started thinking, well, are they giving preference to people that already use it versus my dad who's new and they're not able to give him a slot? I don't know. It was just glitchy and confusing. But my dad did ask because he figured that it would be a huge long wait, that the parking lot would be full at the Walmart grocery pickup place because so many people would be using it now. And when he pulled up, and he was the only car there, and he asked the service guy, he's like, why am I the only one here? I figured this place would be packed. And he got the answer that they normally fill 270 orders a day, but because of COVID-19, they've reduced it to 100 cars a day. Now that I'm thinking about it more and more, I'm wondering if he meant they normally fill 270 cars a day, but lately it's only been 100. But I'm still very confused because that doesn't make sense, because I would much rather get my groceries without having to get in a store near all the germs. So my dad called me about that, and I was confused. I had to pick up the same day at 4 o'clock, and we were the only car. And I asked our person, I'm like, why are we the only ones here? Like, I figured this whole lot would be full because everyone wouldn't want to actually have to walk in the store and touch dirty carts and be near people that might be coughing on you. And she said, well, the shelves are still fairly empty, even though they're slowly restocking. And she said, I think people are just scared and they're not just going out of their house right now and leaving. Um, but she didn't give me a sense of like that their service had decreased the number of cars that they were serving. She just figured that less people were utilizing the service, which again totally confuses me because you can order everything on your phone. You drive up, I mean, you just talk to someone through a window. You've definitely got 6 feet between you. You don't have to touch the signy thingy anymore, and you get all your stuff. So, so to me, that's like a no-brainer practical tip of how to get your groceries is to sign up. Now, if you haven't used it before, you have to download the Walmart grocery app. I think it's a search Walmart grocery app. And then you can just order all of your stuff on the app, and then you go through a checkout. They ask you if you're willing to get substitutions. And I will say, because shelves are much more bare than usual, that you're more likely to get a substitution. And what I mean by that is, let's say, like, I ordered a can of tomato soup from one brand. Well, they didn't have that brand anymore, so instead they gave me a different brand of tomato soup, which is fine by me. Most of the time, I'm fine with the substitutions. The only time that it may not work is if it's cat food, and that's not my fault. That's just because my spoiled cats won't eat a different brand. So anyway, they'll ask you if you're okay with the substitutions, and then normally you sign, and then they charge your credit card after those come through. I'm just going to read what Marnie says. Hi, Marnie, by the way. They're using, oh, yes, they are using plastic bags. I'm so glad that you made that comment because I would have totally forgotten to mention that. So Walmart, not only do you not have to touch the touchpad, and if you're in New York State, you'll understand this. If you're not in New York State, you might be like, what? You guys don't have plastic bags anymore? No. Last month, New York State took plastic bags away from us and told us we had to use reusable ones. And this is hysterical, too, because my husband went to Walmart yesterday. He just had to get like one part for his lawnmower. And he's like, I'm just going to go in the automotive, pick it up really quick and leave so that he wouldn't be in a big crowd of people. And he hand sanitized everything he touched. Or yes, he was even like using one hand with a credit card and hand sanitizing once he got in the car. But he asked the person who was running the counter in the auto parts department, like, oh, I see there's plastic bags back again. And they said, yes, they're bringing them back because of COVID-19. And this person said, if you could imagine the most disgusting things, most disgusting bags people would bring in to put their groceries in, it was like, I mean, I didn't hear the conversation. This is just secondhand from my husband. But apparently people bring in some really gross, dirty bags, which was one of my huge concerns from the get-go, because if you don't wash your reusable bag and you have chicken juice in it one day, and then the next time you go to the store, you put bread in it or fresh produce, that's not a cool situation. So the reusable bags that we have are ones that I can just throw in the wash. But right now, I may not even need to use them because the plastic bags are back, because again, it's like touching less. Like they don't have to touch our bags, and that puts them at risk of germs. And ew, gross. Who wants to fill dirty reusable bags? Like that, like I really hope they change the law or do something about this so that they don't have to. I can't imagine those poor Walmart workers having to deal with that. So the plastic bags are back. I also got an email, and I wanted to go through this and just kind of highlight some of the things in the email because, again, I was confused about what my dad was telling me about they're serving less cars. And now after I talked to the person after I picked up my delivery, and she's like, it's just not as busy because I think people are scared and we're out of so much stuff. So I wonder if that guy was saying, yeah, normally we're filling 270 cars a day and now it's like 100. So maybe he was just saying it's less popular right now, which I don't understand. But let me just look through the email real quick. Like they're not shutting anything down. They didn't say anything on here about serving less cars, but they did say the new policy. Sorry, I'm going to be reading here as I'm trying to read this off because I'm not going to read this line by line. And if you are currently a Walmart grocery pickup user, you got this email. Okay, so store hours and sanitation. We're taking extra measures to ensure a clean and healthy environment in our stores. We're dedicating associates in every store to sanitize high traffic, high touch areas like registers and shopping carts. So that's good news. But let me go down to the no contact pickup and delivery. To help protect you and our associates during pickup, you may ask the associate to sign for the order on your behalf. This means you don't have to touch the associate's keypad to accept your order, which is brilliant. For delivery orders, yeah, I guess if you get it delivered to your house, drivers will practice social distancing when picking your order at the store. The driver will stay in the car while the pickup associate loads the order into the driver's vehicle. In addition, no contact delivery to your home will be available next week. Okay, so they're not delivering. I don't even know if the delivery to the home service is near me. I've never used that. So I guess I don't really know what that is. But in the past, you'd have to sign for your order once it's delivered to your house, but now you don't need to sign for it, and they're going to leave stuff outside and social distance. Available inventory, they are saying they're seeing a huge increase in demand for, guess what? Toilet paper and paper products in general and cleaning supplies. And they're trying to replenish items as fast as possible, but they're going to limit the quantity that people are going to be able to buy. And I noticed that on the app because my cats like the certain cat food, and I usually just get 12 cans a week of the same kind. And now I'm noticing that there's a limit of I can only get 2 cans, and I'm like, oh, my cats might freak out, and I'm gonna have to try new flavors. And what if they hate me? So I'm getting like 2 of different kinds, and then there's something else I wanted 3 of, but they wouldn't let me. So there's like a limit of 2 items now for the pickup service. Oh, and it says ordering ahead, give yourself 2 days. So let's say, wait, today's Monday. If you put in an order in today, chances are you won't be able to pick it up until Wednesday. In the past, like if you ordered early on Monday, you could still pick it up in the afternoon on Monday or any time on Tuesday, and they'd have like a wide variety of times available. But for some reason on the app, the times are like less and less, which still confuses me because like, why are we getting less options to pick up if the demand is less? I don't know. I still think that there's something fishy going on with how many people they're serving. But maybe it's just because they're low on items, and this will change once shelves restock. Due to high demand, our pickup and delivery service may experience order delays, cancellations, or higher wait times during pickup. We'll stay in contact with you over email, text message, website, and mobile app to alert you of any potential delays or increased wait time at your store. And blah, 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 just the overall, we're following everything, all the procedures from the CDC about how to be the safest company they can be. So while it hasn't gone completely smooth using my Walmart grocery pickup service in the past 2 weeks, it's working. It might be working a little more slowly. You might have to plan more ahead. I highly recommend it. Please just tell your parents or grandparents, help them, walk them through it. Go over to their house sit down on the computer with them, help them fill out their order, and you can even just go pick it up for them and bring it home. In fact, I might do that with my neighbor. I've got a neighbor who lives by himself. He's in his upper 70s. He's got some health conditions, and I'm like, I need to be bringing your groceries home. And so one afternoon, I might just go up to his house, show him how to fill out the whole pickup thing, and I'm just going to go drive, pick it up, and drop it off at his house. So anyway, spread the word to use this service. The shelves will restock. The hoarding shopping will eventually slow down. Everyone that's hoarded toilet paper won't be shopping for toilet paper for a long time, which means that the rest of us will be able to get our hands on some in the near future. I also think I read a story from someone in Italy. It was either Italy or Germany that said, you know, everyone's going to do the freak out shopping, the hoarding shopping for like the first couple weeks. And then once you get settled into, okay, we're in quarantine and kind of reality sets in, then everyone kind of goes back to their normal buying routine. And if you've stocked up for a lot, then you might have enough food to last you a few more weeks than normal. And so that's going to give the stores time to stock their shelves again. And hopefully this hoarding mentality will go away once we realize, okay, we're still going to have access to groceries. I know we're totally dealing with this brand new situation of we think the world is going to end. But really, we're still going to have access to food. We still have electricity. We still have our family. We can still be home and safe. We might be bored, but we're home and safe. And while this is probably the most traumatic thing in our generation in the last 100 years we've experienced in terms of life changing, but I just have to go back and think about how thankful I am that I still have power. I have heat. I have plenty of food. My kids and husband are healthy. We're able to work from home. And I feel so bad for the people that have just lost their jobs lately that might, yeah, I was thinking even about the lady that cuts my hair, which I need a haircut, by the way. I had one scheduled, and so now my hair just keeps getting longer, but okay, it's okay, whatever. I'm experimenting with trying to curl it more often anyway. Maybe one of these days I'll be brave enough to get on a video with my curled hair. So pass along this news. If you haven't used the Walmart grocery pickup service before, I do have a link listed above where you should, because I don't think anything has changed, you should get $10 off your first order as long as you order $50 worth of stuff. And then in the future, you're going to get your own code, which you can share with your friends and family. It'll get you $10 off. So this is my code. So this will also get me $10, but it gets you $10 as well. So let's be smart shoppers. Let's avoid going in the store. Let's use services that are here for us so we can get our food without having to actually go in the store. And it's one practical way what we can do for social distancing and still be able to get what our family needs. Again, if you have any comments, questions, experiences, people that have used the Walmart grocery pickup service before, tell me if it's been different for you. Tell me if you are at a different store, what your experience has been. You can leave comments after the video because I don't see any other questions right now, but I see some fun people join. Hi, Delisa. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Patty. Mwah to all of you. And I guess that's all the info I have. So stay safe, stay healthy, entertain yourselves, think about positive things, take deep breaths, have peace, and we will get through this together. Thanks, everyone, and have a wonderful day.